Yay. Preparing to live stream. Okay.
Now streaming live, it says.
Is it? Okay. Great. Got it. Fabulous. Okay. Awesome. Happy Beltane 2023. Welcome to Project Earthworks meditation, celebration, and good times. Ceryn.
Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to Beltane, as Yolandi says. Welcome to that weird week between eclipses. Welcome to me. Means wherever you are. We were just talking about the fact that here in the northern hemisphere it's Beltane, and we're all we're all raring to go into the summer. In the southern hemisphere it's a bit more like, give me a blanket, it's time now to get cozy indoors, thank you and good night. So wherever you are, whatever the energy is pulling you to today, welcome. This is a bit of a threshold point, so welcome.
Yeah. And I think one of the things we were speaking about, I was saying to Ceryn, I had my group session today, and it was very obvious about like how we are literally at the end of this at the end of this eclipse season at portal for now, and like how we've got the lunar eclipse coming, and how some people are still like getting through things and stuff, and some people are like, oh, breakthrough, yay, this is amazing, and other people are like, shit, I'm still struggling. And I think we just wanted to also bring that up tonight, because I think it's very important that we realize wherever we are is exactly where we need to be, right? And I think we just want to make very clear that, you know, whatever you're feeling, it's okay, because this is what the energies are asking us to do. It's literally also, it's dragging out the last bits.
Yeah, definitely. We published a video a few weeks ago, you guys may have seen it, that was the two of us and Charlie talking about where we were at on the day of the solar eclipse. And it was funny that in the aftermath of that, I had two people say to me, do you know, you were talking about how challenging this solar eclipse can be. Actually, I'm great. I'm having a great time. And at the time I heard them, I was like, that's wonderful. A little bit envious. Now I'm feeling really good. And also I'm hearing an awful lot of people who are still in the tough part. And, you know, we were just saying before, I think we forget sometimes there's a really fine line between that breakdown and breakthrough. And sometimes it can feel like you've been in the breakdown phase for an age. You know, an eclipse is at its heart a breakthrough. Sometimes to get to the breakthrough, it feels a bit like a breakdown. Sometimes you skip the breakdown and you're straight through to the breakthrough. You know, it moves differently for every person. Yeah. Don't think that you've got it wrong because you're come to the end of this current eclipse portal and say, oh no, I'm still feeling crappy. You haven't got it wrong. The energies are working exactly as they're supposed to work. And equally, don't feel if everybody else has been all doom and gloom about the eclipse and you're like, I feel great, everything's good, I've got some new ideas, things are happening. You're not doing something wrong. These energies us all in such different ways at such different paces. So just remember to stay with where you are, and keep going.
Yeah. And I just want to say on that, I think it's really important, because if you are around people that are maybe having a hard time, or people who are having a great time, it's like we all just kind of need to be in acceptance of where everyone, like where they find themselves, right? So like if I'm having a major moment of breakthrough and my best friend is breaking down, I cannot just like then diminish where I am. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's basically like everyone needs to be in their energy and everyone needs to experience what they're experiencing. There's almost that sovereign experience that is there for all of us to be had. And, you know, my moments of like, whoa, might be an inspiration, or just the little drop that's needed for someone to have that breakthrough. Or vice versa, something that's happening in the person who's having the breakdown, like can also help the other person again. So there's this like, it's this beautiful marriage of energies that we're almost needing to respect each other's space energetically at this point in time.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean you can't support the friends who are in the breakdown bit. You know, you absolutely can. Supporting them while rooted into yourself, while in your own sovereign experience, is really important, because we are in the places that we are in for a reason. We are for a reason. You know, this coming Scorpio eclipse it's the culmination of a much longer period, and we have all been moving through whatever it is that we've been moving through to get to that point. Let's not forget that we were just talking today about eclipses in Scorpio, what does that mean in each of our birth charts? Well, it means different things for each and every one of us. So don't forget that. Don't forget that, just because such and such is going on for you and something completely different is going on for someone else, that's okay. And you can hold your experience and also hold the space for theirs where you can as well. Those two things are flowing together. And also, as you say, Yolandi, sometimes it is your breakthrough that will inspire someone else to theirs. Equally, sometimes it is your breakdown that will support another person through theirs. It's two things, they work together. None of us are, we keep talking about that rich tapestry of experience that it is being here on earth at this time. None of us are isolated. The world will have us think we are, but we're not. None of us are having an isolated human experience. We are all in this together.
Yes. And this again then makes me think of, part of the energies for me with Beltane that I always feel is, and I mean, it's a little bit cliche, but it is like, it's a time of fertility, right? It's the masculine and feminine, it's the polarity, the dark and the light, all that type of stuff. And that speaks to our individual experiences as well, doesn't it? So it's like this time supports all of us to have whatever experience we're having, because this time is literally the time that goes, boom, there's the two sides of the coin. Okay, so we're moving, like we're in the middle of like moving into the next period. So it's actually really beautiful that we honor that, like moving from either side of this coin to wherever the balance lies for you. And I think that's what makes this time so exciting, because it's almost like you can determine also, like, where do you want to go? Like, what is it that I want to create? What is it that I want to focus on right now? It's like it's in your hands. And I think that's what this time shows me.
Absolutely. I keep coming back today to the word fecundity, which is all about that sense of having the potential to create. So even if you're not in that place of fertility where you are actually birthing something, where you are kind of conceiving of something and create, the fecundity is the potential is there. And even if right now you don't know what it is that you're creating, even if you're coming into this Beltane space going, or perhaps you're in that place where you're coming into the winter months, if you're in the southern hemisphere, this is taking you into your cocoon time. You don't need to be in that place of fertility right now. You don't need to be like, I've got the book, I've got the business idea, I've got the baby, I've got the whatever it is that you're birthing. You don't need to be in that place of knowing it and focusing your conscious attention on it. You can be in that place of fecundity and just going, the soil is there. Yeah. I'm an open chalice for these ideas. I'm an open chalice for whatever it is that's supposed to brew up within me and then be born. I'm an open chalice for whatever it is that I'm meant to know and take forward. That's okay. It's okay to be in that place. You don't have to move forward. I think I sometimes worry, and I'm guilty of it as well, that one of the things we do through this cyclical living of, okay, so you have Beltane where it's all about the fertility. You have summer solstice where it's these are your chances to do this. I think it can be really easy for us to go, right, I've got to do this now. I must be in this place. No, just remember this energy of Beltane, it's strong right now and it's always there. What you're doing right now in many ways is you're anchoring that Beltane energy within you. You're tuning into the earth so that you can anchor that within you. And, almost it doesn't matter where you are in the world. There are times I think that I'm very much somebody who tries to live in line with the earth and I've found a great benefit with that. And also there are times when a little part of me wants to crawl through the earth to the southern hemisphere because I'm like, okay, today I'm bleeding and I really just want to be in my winter cocoon. That's what I wanted. But it's okay to flow with that. Remember, earth is flowing every day. Each of us are flowing every day. The moon is flowing every day. The oceans are flowing every day. Flow with it and know that all of this is within you. Every part of this wheel of the year is within you at every moment.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Whew. Okay. So let me just quickly double check. I've got this, like, I'm just wanting to see if Charlie sent a message to go, you guys are live, and I'm like, we're just like rattling away and we have no idea if we are here. You are live, Charlie said, and we've already been talking for 10 minutes. Cool. So Charlie's also in YouTube land looking after the space for us there. She's our gatekeeper over there, so just like say hi to her if you're watching live and stuff as well. Yeah, so I think I'm excited to see where we're going to go tonight and what's going to come through. I was just saying to Karen, like, for me, there's a definite sense of like needing to give back to the earth as well from our side. So I'd also like to just you know, have a quick just chat about the whole grid working thing with Project Earthwork and all of that. And just to say that it feels to me, you know, that sovereign connection to our land is really important at the moment. And I feel like what is starting to happen is that we're all starting to wake up to being able to listen to our own land where we live. Okay, so there's like little messages, what's happening in your garden, what's happening around your house, what's happening in your village or your city, wherever you are. And I just want you guys to become more aware of the responsibility and the beautiful energy that we all carry, that we can give back to our land just as we are, right? Like, just, you don't have to be some superstar energy healer, blah blah blah. Like, you just tuning into your land and just saying thank you today and sending love from your heart, that is fabulous. Okay, so being a grid worker is just acknowledging, the starting point is acknowledging the land that we are standing on and that we live on, and being grateful, because that's what Beltane is for me as well. It is that gratitude that the ancients exuded in like real, like, you know, massive sense, and sending that into the land just to say thank you, you've got our back, you're going to look after us. But yet they did that at every big festival. When she finished, you know, giving us all our food and everything, we said thank you. So this is just a remembering of saying thank you to the land wherever you are. Okay, so I just wanted to chuck that in there, Ceryn.
And when I think, you know, we do that in so many different ways. You know, as Yolandi says, we have we're busy redoing the Project Earthwork website at the moment, but one of the things that I was really proud of on our old website was that we spoke a lot about the different ways that we tend the earth, that we work with the grids. And, you know, whether you are somebody who sits there with your hands in the soil and sends energy into the earth, whether you are somebody who plants seeds, whether you are somebody who picks up litter, whether you are somebody who sings as you're walking through the trees, you know, working with the earth, connecting with your land is something you do in your way. I'm sure I've said this before. A couple of years ago, I ran for local council, and I very much saw that as being, this is just as much a part of the work as when I walk through the trees singing to them. Because again, it's about connecting with the land. It's about tending to the land. It's about giving back to the land and expressing that gratitude. As Yolandi says, you know, there is no one way to be a grid worker. There is no one way to connect with your land. There is no one way to give back. Lean into what feels right for you and lean into what feels right. And that'll change. What you do today might be different to what you do tomorrow, to what you do next month, next year. Let yourself lean into what feels good and listen to the land and what she needs, you know, and then do that, work on precisely that.
Yeah, beautiful. And it doesn't have to be complicated, and we don't need, you know, a degree or a fucking doctorate in how to work with the land. We just like listen to your heart. That's the simplicity of this work, isn't it? It's just like, it's the most beautiful thing when you get quiet and you just take a moment just to feel. And that's like, even that sometimes is enough, just that feeling. Yeah, so it's really exciting. Okay, so let's go. So Ceryn's going to start us off tonight with the channeling, and then I will take us through a guided meditation. And yeah, let's see where we go. Anything from your side before we go?
Let's do this. We have no idea where we're going to go. And we start and we have a little bit of an idea. Tonight we were just talking and we're both like, we've got no clue. So join us on a magical mystery Beltane tour.
Dum dum dum. Awesome.
Okay, so let's start as we always do. Let's start by creating that sacred space, by wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I'm going to take my glasses off. I invite you to just join me in connecting in just tuning in and opening that space. So if you'd like to close your eyes for this bit, I'd really recommend it. I certainly am. And just start by, once you're nice and comfy, taking a few deep breaths. And as you breathe, allow yourself to come all the way into this moment. Allow yourself to come all the way into your body, all the way into the space that you are inhabiting physically, to the chair or the bed that you're resting on, to the room that you're in, to the building that room exists in, to the land that holds that building, and to this beautiful planet that connects us all. On your next out breath, let yourself just let go of anything and everything that is holding you outside of this space, anything and everything that is pulling you into the future, that is dragging you back into the past, that is taking you anywhere other than this moment. Just breathe it all out there, so that when you breathe back in again, you're breathing in that sense of freshness, of freedom, and of sovereignty. And as you keep breathing, I'm going to start by calling that circle in around us, as I always do, calling it in across time and space, so that whenever and wherever you're listening to this, you are held, entirely held by this circle that we call in. So I start this beautiful Beltane night by calling out to the east and to the air, to inspiration, to wisdom, to intuition, to the power of our dreams. I call to the birds, to the clouds, to the winds. I call to our breath, its ability to anchor us into this moment and its ability to always carry us forward into the next. And as I call to the east and to air, I invite you to breathe in that sense of the air within the environment around you. Breathe it in and feel your own body fill with that air. Feel the air element of yourself activate within you. And as you breathe it out, we call out to the east and to the air and invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the south, I call to the south and to fire, to illumination, to passion, to action, and to warmth, to creativity, to sensuality. I call out to those first sparks of something new. I call out to the dragons, to the volcanoes. I call out to the radiance of the sun. I call to those tiny candle flames and those great big bonfires. And as I call to the south and to the fire, I invite you to take another breath in, breathing in that radiance of the sun, breathing in that energy of fire, and feeling as you do that fire element activate within you, calling to that fire energy within your own being, within your own blood, as it pumps through every part of your body. And as you breathe out, we call to the south and to fire and invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the west, I call to the west and to water, to surrender and to flow, to the clearing and to the nourishment, to the emotion and to the release. I call out to the rains and to the seas. I call out to our tears. I call out to the great consciousness that is held in the waters of this planet, and to the whales and the dolphins that are the keepers of that consciousness. And as we take another deep breath in, calling to the west and to the water, I invite you to feel that water, all of that water that exists within your body, that flows through you like emotion, that fills each and every part of your being. We call upon that water within you to activate now. And as it does, as we anchor that water energy within us to the west and the water, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the north, I call to the north and to earth, to the trees and to the plants, to the animals, to the mountains, to the caves, and to the rocks. I call out to groundedness, to steadfastness, to fertility, to nourishment, to abundance. As we call to the north and to the earth, I invite you to take another deep breath in. And as you do, breathe into that earth element within your body. Activate that earth element within your body, that physical self, those bones that are made of calcium, that are made of all of those same ingredients that our planet itself is made of. And as you feel that earth element anchor itself within you, let yourself breathe out. And to the earth and to the north, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And so from that place, we draw that circle around us by east, by south, by west, by north, and back to east, encircling this entire circle, this entire gathering throughout all of time and space in a beautiful, thick circle of protection, a circle of connection, a circle of inspiration and of wisdom, a circle of harmony, a circle of gratitude, and a circle of powerful Beltane blessings. Into that circle, we call our guides and our helpers, our teachers and our inspirers, our ancestors of blood, of stars, of soul, of heart, and of lineage. We call in our own souls, every facet of our being throughout all directions of time and space, as we welcome in the guidance and the love of spirit, the wisdom and the power of soul, the vast, limitless potential of space and the great mysteries of ether and all that they involve. And as we take another deep breath in, we breathe in that space, that soul, that ether and that spirit, and feel it activate within you. Feel your own soul anchored fully into your being. Feel that space energy within you come to life, activated. Feel that great spiritual energy that is so much of who you are as it flows through you, so that when you breathe out, you know that you have that soul, spirit, space, and ether anchored into you. And as you do, to the center, to soul, to spirit, to space, and to ether, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work that we do together. Welcome. And with that circle cast, I invite you to see, as always, that door opening up in the back of your neck and those roots of beautiful golden white light moving out and down through your spine, right the way down, all the way down through the very base of your spine, getting brighter and brighter and broader as they move down, so that you can still see them as they move down through the chair or the bed that you're resting on, down through the floor of the room that you're in and the rest of the building, down through the foundations of that building and into the earth, through the rock and the stone, through the soil and the earth itself, down through all those layers of this planet's history, through the sand and the soil, through the rock and the stone, right the way down. Moving down then into those caverns and those caves that lie within the inner earth, where so much of our history, so much of what is unknown to us lives. Feel those roots of yours as they move down through the rivers and the streams, the seas and the oceans that exist beneath this earth, that are so much of the lifeblood of this earth. And feel those roots as they move down through that ring of fire, of magma that surrounds the very heart of our planet. Your roots moving all the way down into that crystal core of this beautiful planet of ours, right the way down until you see that tree ahead of you made of that same golden white light, the tree that stretches its roots out to meet you, that intertwines its roots with yours, so that you feel yourself entirely held, entirely supported by this beautiful planet of ours. And you feel that energy of that tree, that energy of this planet as it moves back up through the fire, up through the waters, up through the caves, up through the earth, right the way back up through the building that you're in and the base of your spine. And you feel that Gaia energy that is support, that is nourishment, that is so much of what this beautiful festival at this beautiful time is all about. Move all the way up your spine and then flow out through the entirety of your being like a great big wave of peace that allows you to just relax in, to breathe into that knowing that you are held, you are supported, that Earth has your back, and all she asks in return is for your care, for your nourishment. Feel that earth energy flow through you. And as you do, feel a second door open up in your solar plexus and a beam of pure gold flow all the way up and out the top of your head, out through the ceiling of the room that you're in, out through the rest of the building and the roof, right the way up and out into the sky, out through all those layers of the Earth's atmosphere and out into space, through the stars and the planets, through the galaxies and the universe, is stretching as far up and as far out as it's possible for us to imagine, and even further still, till it breaks through the very edge of space and you find yourself in a place that is perfect peace, but that pulses with power, a place that is the same honeyed gold, where this beam of your own light plugs in and you feel this energy of source begin to flow right the way back through, the energy of everything that there is, but also that unique divinity of your own power, of your own wisdom, of your own radiance, of all that you are, begin to flow back through the stars, back through the sky, right the way back down through the building that you're in, all the way back into the crown of your head, illuminating each and every cell that it passes as it moves down through your central energy column, right the way down into your solar plexus. And when this energy reaches your solar plexus, you feel it radiate outwards, exploding out with what seems like an ignition of your energy, an ignition of your very being, until every part of your being is filled with the light and the radiance of source within you, the light and the radiance of your own divinity. And within that space, we send out one final chord of connection from your sacral center, a chord of what feels like moonlight flooding out through the earth, out through the stars, deeper and deeper into space, deeper and deeper into that nourishing dark that is the cosmos. till it comes to rest in a place that is pure and perfect darkness, that feels just like a nice cozy space, that feels like power. That as this cord of moonlight connects in here, you feel yourself connected to the great cosmic womb, that place that is fecundity, that is possibility and potential, the place where all things are possible, and where as you connect your energy in here, that sense of possibility flows all the way back through the stars, back through the earth, right the way back into your sacral center, and fills your whole body bit by bit with this sense of what is possible, with this sense of fertility and of fecundity. And you feel those three things root through you: the support and the nourishment of earth, the wisdom and the power of source, the fertile possibilities of cosmos. And as we sit in this space, rooted into Gaia, plugged into source, connected to cosmos, I ask by divine decree in the name of those three energies that this be a perfect, safe and sacred space. That everything that is said and done here may be said and done in the highest good of this earth, of this beautiful planet, of our wider universe. I ask that every head gathered within this circle be protected, and that everything that is done here be in the highest good of each and every one of us, and the growth and the movement of our own souls in the most perfect direction. I ask that we may all remember our power, that we may all remember the power of this planet, that we may always remember to give our thanks to her. In the name of Gaia, Source, and Cosmos, so it is. And so as I invite whoever wishes to step in and speak through me to each of you to step forward now, I invite you to take a few deep breaths. If you'd like to stay with your eyes closed, that's absolutely fine. If you'd like to open your eyes, just make sure you're safe to do so and comfortable to do so, and feel free to do that now. Set ablaze the torches. Dance as though there were no cares resting upon your heart. For this is the dawning of a greater cohesion between the humankind and those that have tended the earth for so long. This is the dawning of a greater connection and communion between the earth dwellers and those that have looked upon you for eons gone by. This is the time of the new beginning. This is the day in which all should be celebrated, for all is beginning to unfold with a greater pace, with a greater urgency. Do not fear that this means terrible times are upon you. The urgency comes from the quickening of the heart, from the quickening of the dance of celebration, as more and more come to recognize the joy, the grace of alignment, of attunement to the environment around themselves. Set ablaze the torches that burn within each and every one of you, and with that blaze, allow it to lead you to the darkest corners within yourself, behind the fear, behind the shame, behind the guilt, behind the concern that has kept you for so long from your greatest gifts and blessings. As your torches are allowed to shine upon the darkness, as your torches are allowed to shine through the darkness, you will find that great blessings are illuminated. You will find that the flames of joy, the flames of possibility begin to dance upon the walls of your own inner caverns, as the light of possibility begins to take shape. As the first sparks of where you are to head next begin to catch hold, and as they catch hold, the great fires will burn. not only the great fires of the communal Beltane, but also the great fires of what is to come next. You illuminate the pathway ahead of you, one torch at a time, and as you do so, you set ablaze the path to your future, the path that will lead to the Earth's future. Behold the wheel as it spins, the wheel of the year, the wheel of destiny and of fate, the wheel of the stars. All is in constant movement. Never fear that your movement is one that leads you heading back. This is not the case. The wheel is forever turning forwards, forever moving onwards. You may look in a backward direction. You may even ask to pause for just a moment so that you may truly and thoroughly cherish a moment as you find yourself in it. But the wheel will never take you further back than you already are. The wheel will never allow you to move to a place to which you are not intended to be. This wheel of the earth on which you find yourself, the wheel of the universe within which we are all part, it is forever in a forward motion, forever propelling you onward. Light each torch at a time and know that you do not need to know where or how or who you will be in a turn from now, in a half turn from now, in a quarter turn from now, or even in a moment or a morning. You need only to light the next torch. You need only to step forward with that torch in hand and allow it to lead you. I give you the blessing now of the season. I give you the blessing now of those who call this place home. I give you the blessing now of your own being. The greatest blessing of your soul as it stands above you, stands within you, stands below you, and stands around you, holding the fullest potential of all that you are, of all that this life can be, and of all that your myriad of lives are already becoming, and invites you simply to follow the next spark. This is a sacred time, not only within the year, but within the ages. Remember this. Remember the sacredness of this within you. Take the flame of that and anchor it within your heart, within your head, within your center. And as you do, allow that flame to lead you forward. As you do, allow that flame to gather an extra spark with each and every step that you take and each and every moment you are upon this earth, until eventually you have taken hold with your glorious purpose and all that that is. You have taken hold with your own role in this great pursuit of Earth's propulsion forwards, of Earth's becoming, of Earth's remembrance. Lienale gora in the tile gudera kandaya guda. Likondayo kandagum bandekun karung de jarale gea kundara kata. Lindoro kundayan tera kundabang kuntu pia la kitera kumbetara kapa. Yukitagin numbera kuntutagayara kumbetao min tumbarang de kaguntora katatayang de numpeletato. Yadara katadum data sheka la cura para katikam derbo alo payitunduraka. With those blessings, I leave you and leave space for another to step in for just a moment. I give thanks and I welcome in the next to speak with you. This is the time of the fires. This is the time of the new becoming. Feel them burn within your being. Feel those fires as they fill you with all that you are, as they fill you with all that you can be. Feel those fires. Once they would have burned within the fields around you, now they must burn within your heart, within your mind. The fires that keep burning are the fires that allow the world to move forward. Let all that it is time to release burn upon those fires. Allow from the ashes of them to come what is to be. Allow yourself to rise through the ashes of Beltane. Take this at your own pace, but allow yourself now to rise. The past is behind you. The future is to come. The entirety of the earth is now moving through a phase in which the past falls behind, the future is to come. You who stand with your feet upon the precipice of past, of present, and of future, of outer and of inner, of possibility, each and every one of you stand with such great power and possibility within your fingertips. You weave with your every moment, with your every gesture, the threads of fate for yourself, and those threads come together with the fate of the entire cosmos. Let yourself stand now on the precipice of future. Turn back for just one moment to bid farewell to the past and move forward to what will be. The earth is supporting you. The stars are supporting you. The energies of all are supporting you as your ancestors and the descendants that are to come stand around you, gather around you and give you their blessing. Offer their torches unto the flames. Dance, dance, celebrate, and be in joy. For in joy is where this world is moving. In joy is where we all must lead. In joy is the future. Leave this light and this flame of joy as all that you are moving towards in any given moment, and know that it will forever help you and support you. It is the destination of each moment, the destination of each day, the destination of each human, and the destination of this earth. And with all of that in mind, we create together, we spark the flames from which the earth herself will rise, from which all that there is will rise in joy, in love, in nourishment. Blessings to you on this holy day that marks the gateway between seasons and between times. Thank you for all that you do to be here upon this earth. Thank you for each footstep that blesses the earth with your energy. Thank you for each gaze that you send into the stars as you send your thoughts and your wishes unto them and to us. Good day and blessings.
Okay, take a few deep breaths in now. Just settle back into your body. Okay. Just come into your own space, into your physical being right now. Just connecting with your breath. Feel your arms and your legs. Feel this humanness of you. Torosa lero tiama trakundur kola her motrokola atrayinda kurukum. Trodrai hingola hama e krona sekiandra yala hama treko sahi. Sahindra hila shiundro kahe. Dairo kotorum beles rokumba kese kelemaha chatratango sokorosa ke. Sendahira matokoro loho trekia matro shatahi tahindra kolo sorokosa sevela sinda kuru takemeti. Endoro sokorahi la shetronda kera samate rosoto yundo koro. Isai rotono salai matrekusahi creese akan. Era sembahi trahiso tahita kurosoko he sandase. So I invite you to ask your guides to come with you tonight, whoever you want to invite with, as we walk through the darkness, as we walk towards the massive fire burning within the center of the forest and the big circle, the big celebration fire. And I invite you to walk with me now as we walk towards this huge, huge bonfire. Finding a space to stand in the circle around this fire, feeling the heat on your face, feeling your guides behind you, And just feeling your body right there. Feeling the strength in your being as you stood watching the flames, massive flames roaring into the sky, and seeing yourself standing in front of these. And what we are being asked to do right now is to let go of it all, to let go of everything that is standing in the way of us embracing this experience, the joy, the love, the connection, the depth of this human experience. What they are asking us tonight to do together here is allowing ourselves to become vulnerable, allowing ourselves to let go and surrender and hand over everything right now that is standing in your path. As you look into the flames and you see yourself gathering together these items that you need to let go of right now, these pieces of you, seeing yourself placing it into the flames right now. Understanding that by letting go of these fears, these old ideas, these ways of being that doesn't align with the vision that we have in our hearts for this planet, for where we are going. It is just adding more sorrow and more pain that is not needed right now. It is not required right now for you. And all it takes is one acknowledgement. All it takes is one moment out of your heart to go, I'm handing this over. I'm giving this away right now. The vision that the cosmos holds for this planet, Yerosaki Andraki Alasa, the energies of how we are getting involved, each and every one of us, how we are weaving our own energy back into these lands, how we are taking what is in our hearts and in our souls, and we are bringing it back into this land, and how we are setting things alight everywhere, and we are inciting change, and we are all gathering together because we've got this call that's running through our blood that is asking us to listen right now. And as we gather around these flames, everything that is stopping us from hearing our call, allow that to go. Everything that is making you scared, allow that to go. Place it back into the fire. These are things that you've brought from places that is not now. These are things that you have brought with you because you didn't know any better, because it was what you thought you needed to do. But now as they call upon us, and as we can hear those messages, and we can feel that information dropping in, and we can feel how all of the energies are starting to shift and to change, and how this entire planet is busy opening herself up to all of the change. Isn't it time for us all to realize that the only way that we can be part of the change is to embrace the change? The only way that we can be part of birthing the new is to become this. Yarase kalesiase. Andresu koras amate kulahiate. Avendo rosondoko la mia tres koroskiasken kaskar. Hishondraki sula matra kuta kinda kesarasiase. So allow yourself now to pour everything that you don't need, matrakula sikiake, back into these flames. Masurasia kerasiande la siake. This transmutation, masekurase klia treku sandakiake, that is possible for every single one of us right now. Matrukulisia kendrokusikiake, as we tune into these flames, motrahiake la sekruteake trandiate, malisio kotrahiake. Asandarekurekiase, and see how the flames start giving back to you. Matrohiake rasendalahia kendorosukiate, feeding those spaces within your heart, matrohiake lasiote, where you used to house the fear, matrokolasiake, and the shame and the guilt, matrohiake lasekurasiase. Take those flames back into your heart, matorasiandalahiokarasesahiyakon, and see how those flames fuel the creativity that is required, matrohialakiresiate, for us to start looking at the world in a different way, matorasangelekiake, aresukiatre, because until we can see it, in our hearts, so I'm asking you to tune into Mahuro Sekilase Kurotanda Hiokarata, the energy Horasiandalakiake of what this earth can become. Masekuru Sandekiarasa Hiokala Senda Hiake. At the center of this fire, Matelesia Teurakiande is the heart of this planet Mutrahiongola Sekutan that holds all of the potential Matrosangiake, and you are so connected to that Matrahi Kulosandakioka. So allow yourself to be fed by the energy, by the possibility, and by the creativity of this planet right now. Allow her to show you that which you could not have imagined before. Allow her to open up the eyes that you carry deep within you. Allow your brain to receive the fire that is needed right now to spur you on and to move you forward, to embrace all of the uncertainty and all of the change that is waiting for every single one of us. Matronga sekurasia selasia kero sandahio karatahiake andola se la sambahe korosatahi la shomutrokundaki Osinda vata la mahecha, e rosa ke rasanda hora metaki alacha tratonda ke, aso sahinda hila she, ase tahioko rasanda he korosahi ase. And as you stay in this energy of the flame of the fire coming into your body right now, matrehi ala hera singura se kiate rasahioko, and dalehia kerata hisata, feeling your cells, motrohia ke sahiotata, and the vibration starting to match that of this new earth. Matengo rasia kerasia leto riate yandara mahe korosia kerasenda, ilema itri kia senda hioko rasita, ilishande kerasio korasangia seta hialapateke. So if we allow ourselves to be fed by the vision of the Urosakia, of the heart of the earth, matrahi kulasiandrekiate, we start to vibrate with her. Masundolo sekirikia kusanda, hindula sekurosia kerasia senda hiake, and we can start to understand why this is so important right now. Matrakula seakerasiandata hiokurotata, because until we understand the vibration of what is to come, matroya kelaserikuireta kiandeta, we won't be able to fully embrace it. Matroka salekia kerasan, irasi kurasindale amatre kusakia kerasitahi, asendale chatara sekarata. So allow this now to sit in your heart. And spread into your energy field completely. As we pull it up fully into every single cell, into every fiber, every pathway, from the center of your heart, pushing out this energy, knowing that Gaia is feeding us now, with this flame of potential, and the vibration that will become the reality in our hearts, matorasi atingurase te la sheta mai hangusa ke tahi. Dare tahi la tukunda mate raso, andake rasa ku tahinda sia la, e shota rase kurase andata e korotonda ke gota. So allow yourself now to tune into your own heart. Natare sekia sekenda. Motai o koratai ake. And ask just this question, matrahi o kundahi o karase. How am I going to serve maturahi ake going forward? Mototai kerasinda hi ake lase. Asinda hi tahi samutroko iaten. Losha kurasi anda hiki sahita. Ando keke ana. Asenda hi lai totarasa. Understanding the importance of your energy, matoi ake, going out into the world, mohi keresiande, utaiki, when you carry this beautiful flame of her in your heart, matohi kiande, no matter where you move, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, matoi akendake, sandala he kuratan, it is all around you. Everyone can feel it. Everyone can feel it. Mataki sai. It is electric. Mataya kera sendai okotai. Asalahi, like the stars shining all around you. Matorase angerase tahionda. Your field matelasi kia rasi kunda kia te. Sambai ke. Your field inviting. Orotai ingia ke raseta. The heart's closer. Motai okora sendahi okotata. Toyamba, and you walk orase keate, and you spread the energy. Matukarasia kanda kila kiake. Asita lise ramate kurasendahi laiake. Asondake. Andale mate kurase. Matanda ho, matanda ho, matanda ho. Esurase. So as we stand here now, Matoye Keresende Yoda, your feet planted on the ground in front of this huge fire, Mataye Korainda Kia. I want you to see yourself right now, Mataye Okun, and all of this energy that you hold within your field right now, Mateko Sandake. I want you to see the beauty and the magnificence of Horasekutayata, of your heart and of the love that you carry within you right now. Mateo Rasengia Telesiake, and how much this is needed right now. Mateo Rasiande Kulasa. And Dikia Terase, and the fact that every single day you give away that does not serve you anymore. Every day you show up brave. Some days it's through the tears, and some days it is through the laughter. But here you are, here you are, here you are. With your heart full. So allow yourself the moment of acknowledgement of the gratitude of so many people in your lives. Allow yourself to understand the impact of being you on this planet. The beauty of being you on this planet. Matango sarake, bayo korasendali, mate korasendaki, and this great beautiful web, matero siande, that we are busy setting alight again. Matora siandeki, you stand on there. Matengalesiake, utayake, you and your heart. Matora siandela kiate, standing on the grids. Matoro sangiate, brings the healing. Male korasenda hiake, you and your intentions. Matora siake, you send the love, matoka hiate, out into the world, out into the earth. Matangiata, harasukiate. So just allowing yourself that space of gratitude for you tonight as well. Matelo se kendra kia ke. That space of gratitude from this earth to every single heart connected here, Mateosa, and all those hearts of Taiake in this wide world, Matelesioko, all of them, Matere Dengiate, Asendo Hiake. Sekura sinda hila meta ki asinda yo kotara na huta hisane masendo la sia trahia kera senda hia kosanda hia lama era sekura tia netura si kula setia te nda sekuro to hia kela shendra mia kusa hia te asanda hia kela shia matre kusara kia se. So as we send this blessing energy out matrahio kora tata across the land tonight, matrosanda hi tala sekura siante keresi asiandara sekia teresetelia mataki seatatan orasanda hi masekula sikia tetara satan ratahion kotara sata seutahim alia vasekura sease, allowing this energy to penetrate your field, allowing this energy to come back down into the earth. Mahi kurosia senda hioko. So much gratitude for all of you. Matero sinde yake. Pasetora hiake. Sande kurana. Okay, so take a deep breath in. And just for a moment, take your hands closer to the fire. And whatever energy you require from this fire now, and to bring your heart back into action. May you take that. And may it be the right Urotahiake movement for you, for your heart, for where you are, and for your soul. Mahengo rasia tunda, ali patre shatundra kiake. Placing your hands now on your heart, matayo kondahe, and allowing that energy to fall into the knowing, into the wisdom of who you are. Matekurasi kianen. And as we say thank you to the sacred circle here, this beautiful fire, to all of the guides and the ancestors that held this space sacred for all of us, Matora Hiangesa Hiake, so much gratitude for our beautiful Mother Earth, Matengorasiake, so generously sharing her energy with every single one of us. Miakorase, thank you so much. So as we now start to make our way back through the forest, see yourself pulling all of your energy back into your body, all of it, matekeata, all the pieces of you back, mateute, as you literally walk yourself back into the room, back into the energies of the present moment, back into 3D, materase okalase ke andarase kulase. And as we walk right back to where we started, we place our feet firmly on the ground. We ask for Gaia to pull us back into this 3D reality, ask her to anchor us back into this earth, back into the knowing in our hearts of who we are on this planet and our beautiful hearts that we are sharing with humanity. So as I close the circle now, so iatre mahekoro sekiana lechu trema sekundarahasa evele sekura sekiaratin umatrekula shiavere sukiate. And thanking all of the energies tonight. Masekura siate maleku ayapetra ilikio patrenda sekiate. Thank you. So just start to move your body now. Start bringing yourself back into the room. Masiwatsa. And just coming back. Okay.
Right. Thank you for that. Thank you, Yolandi. Thank you all for being here this evening. I'm burning up after that fire meditation. I don't know about anybody else, but my cheeks are on fire. It's really funny because when I was getting ready to come on tonight, I was like, oh, I look really pale. Not anymore.
I'm as red as my cushion over there.
So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Don't forget to, we always say at the end of these sessions, don't forget to ground. But tonight, if you're able, if it's safe for you to do it, if it's comfortable for you to do it, in terms of that giving back to the earth, go and put your hands on the ground. Go and put your hands on the ground and just give your thanks to her in that way, and it will really help you to ground everything we've been doing tonight, to ground into yourself, to ground, to connect with her as well, and to give that gratitude back. So I would really encourage you, if you can do that, if it's safe and comfortable, then go and give that a go.
Yeah, perfect. Right, so our next session is going to be solstice, I think. Yeah, June solstice. So it's a few more weeks until we see you again, but we'll be ready to do some good work then. And as Charlie would be whacking both of us, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff.
If you have stumbled across us tonight, then like and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can be told next time we go live. If you watch on YouTube and still feel a bit disconnected, know that we have a Facebook group where everyone is sharing their own experiences, is sharing beautiful photos and beautiful stories of their land, where Charlie does a great job on there of keeping that community moving and keeping everybody talking and connecting to one another. If this is something you're as passionate about as we are, head over to Facebook and join that group as well.
That's perfect. And the link is on our website. So if you go to projectearthwork.org, there's a link to the Facebook page over there. Our Instagram also, if you want to follow us there, we always have our announcements and all the good stuff there. So yeah, perfect. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. Really appreciate it. Cool. Okay. Yes. Have a good one.